Hey guys, I was playing in this gold lobby and I was actually really bored. We ran around and didn't really do a whole lot. Now in my boredom, I had the idea of creating a gold lobby guide. Now this would be specifically for players who are struggling to get out of gold, maybe gold stuck. If you're already platinum, diamond, or above, these might not apply to you as you already probably know how to play the game and advance in this game in your own style. So like I said, this is gonna be for those who are struggling to get out of gold. So right after we copped this dub, I decided to load into another game with the intent of making this video. Here at the Apex Messenger, we try to give you ideas and tips to be better at Apex as well as just make general Apex content, so be sure to drop a sub to see more content like this. Alright, your first tip on drop is going to be to get your loot first. One of the biggest tips I can give you is just to get your guns, get situated before you're having to worry about teams or people to fight against. With this in mind, we landed at the corner of the map at Trials. That way we could get some decent loot before we go fight a team. Also, isn't it fun just shooting these dogs? This is also a great warm-up to get shots in before you actually have to fight a real team and kind of get a little bit of a warm-up in within the game. And as you can see, we've already outlasted 7 squads. We're already in top 13 by just landing at a POI that's not contested and getting some decent loot. After getting looted up, we headed over to Skyhook, and while we were looting up Skyhook, I saw people. It's really important to always use comms. If you don't have comms, pings. For this game, I was just kind of vibing, so I didn't have my comms on, but I made sure to really use my pings and let my teammates know where people are at. This gives them information to play better and lets you move in confidently, knowing that your teammates have an idea of what's going on. That way they can supply support to you. Now on this team, I was trying to use my cover on this edge. That's going to be a really important tip we'll get to later in this video, is playing cover. I have a way better example moving forward. Now we were trying to be aggressive on this team as we were feeling confident in our loot because we landed and we were able to loot up. Now I knew that nade would destroy the door and I'd be able to get that kill. There was another squad around, so we had to keep fighting this out. Now it was a little risky killing that Wraith, and since I only have like 40 health now, play your health and your life at all costs. As you can see, after I knocked that Wraith, instead of getting back in the fight or whatnot, I got back out to reload my guns and stay healthy. Remember boys, if you go down, there's no telling what's gonna happen after that moment, so stay up at all costs. Here I do it again. I ran in, saw that enemy. It wasn't in my favor with my current health, so I jetpacked back up to play my health. Obviously, Valk's a really good legend to do this, but any legend can move back. Now things were getting close. We just got that kill on Valk. We had to stay healthy, get the res on Horizon. And something that I think people get scared of, which I'm not too sure why, especially early rings, is the ring damage. As you can see, round 1 is closing. We're not taking a lot of damage. And we're probably going to play in this ring quite a bit just to loot up, re-heal, and honestly just out-survive the teams. You're going to see we play this ring for quite a while, and that is perfectly okay. We have kill points. We just want to stay healthy. We want to make sure we have everything we have before we go fight another team and get into endgame. This is also a really good tip if maybe you're getting pushed and that ring is coming in. Don't be afraid to run into the ring to get away from enemies who are maybe aggro pushing or whatnot if they're gatekeeping. Also, rotating through the ring is a really good idea. If there's people ahead of you gatekeeping, you can always rotate around maybe the rock or ledge that is holding you out, and the ring won't do too much until you're about in round 3 or 4, depending on the map. Now on flying in, we had people on scan, so I decided not to overcommit and kind of play more on the front edge of them rather than flying right on this team. Also, we had a heal, so I just wanted to play slow in general. Before you run into any area, make sure you eye it out, see if you can see enemies, especially if you know enemies are near. As you can see, I don't run across that bridge right away. I'm really taking my time to scope it out, see if I can see any movement first. This will save you from getting in a lot of sticky situations of pushing too far up on an enemy without even realizing.
And we've got about a minute to find her.
We couldn't get eyes on that team that we scanned, so we decided just to blast out of there and get an early rotation. Now, as it becomes more late game, a lot of squads are going to be coming in from outside of the zone. So in late game, you want to rotate early. As you can see, early game, we rotated late. We took some storm damage. But at this point, as round 2 is closing, you can maybe play the storm just a little bit. But we wanted to get a better position for late game instead. I waited for my team, and on this zip, you can see we are headed straight to the back of the circle. And we're going to explain why in just a sec, why that is so important. Now, by getting to the back of the zone, you ensure that nobody is behind you as the storm closes. This makes it really easy to defend a certain area as you move in with the zone. Now, obviously, the back of the zone is going to be a highly contested area because it is just so OP. So if it's possible, take back of the zone. If people are there, maybe try to contest them or just find a different POI you can hold down. As you can see, by holding the back of the zone, we're just making sure nobody's behind us. There's no rats. There's no people chilling in a bush or behind a rock. And that is really going to help us as the storm closes in and things get chaotic. Now, we heard a team kind of moving around and some shots going off, so we decided to get our eyes out. We saw this team horizon lifting on another team. Notice we were playing the back of the ring until we heard this third party going on. We weren't going to find a fight. I think that's really important is when you get in gold lobbies, a lot of people are just out there trying to find a fight and shoot people. Instead, you should be waiting for a fight to break out and then go third party it. This ensures you have the best chance of getting the most KP as well as winning the fight. You wouldn't want to leave your God spot POI just to fight a team, only if it was a third party.
Frag out. Frag out.
Now in this fight, we are holding the high ground. This is going to be really important. Now, whatever fight is happening around you, you want to have the highest point. Whether that's a house, a mountain, a rock, having the high ground will ensure that you'll just be able to dominate over your enemies' heads, and it's going to be really hard for them to push up on you.
Executing request. I broke an enemy shield. Enemy shield is cracked. I broke an enemy shield. I'm back. Logged off my drone.
Reloading.
Yeah, I put one down.
Wings out. Taking fire. Bogey in my crosshair. Bogey here.
Now this tip is so important. I didn't utilize it here and it almost cost me. You're going to see in a sec. But shield swaps. Here I have a red shield. I decided not to switch to the purple because I wanted to keep my red. But another team is pulling up. I should have went to the purple. I was like, whatever, I'll pop a Phoenix, maybe slide down the hill. I was trying to play my life. The best tip I can give you is sometimes you're just going to get lucky. Unfortunately, I made a mistake and got lucky, but you want to minimize these mistakes as much as possible so you don't have to rely on luck. As you can see, again, I'm playing the circle. This kind of bit me in the butt as it's round 3, round 4 or something like that. I just thought I could get my ult out of here and try to outplay this team. But this ring barely clipped my cheeks. I'm not even jokes. Clipped my cheeks and I fell right to the ground. This was back when the self-res was a thing, so I had the opportunity to self-res if my teammates were not able to run over and res me. And hitting the self-res is exactly what we had to do here, as more teams were pulling up and the circle was closing in.
Like a Phoenix? This story's not done yet. Just a sec. Healing up.
The ring was about to close in 20 seconds. We had people on us, so we needed to move up and fight this regardless. You can't just move to the ring and expect the enemies not to shoot you who are also moving to the ring. So we had to take care of this team, and this put us in a really tough position zone-wise.
Taking fire.
Broken enemy shield.
Alert 5. Ready to scorch for burn.
I tried to hop on my ult to get out of here and reposition, but we got shot down before Crypto could get to us. After re-healing back up, I was trying to see eyes again, and unfortunately, we did not have, like I said, we did not have the best cover. However, we did have cover. All we have is this box and a wall, and us three together are making it work. I think sometimes people get scared late game of, oh, our cover's not good enough, especially with their team next to them. And so they run out in the open trying to get different cover or rotate early when a lot of eyes are on them. Just be patient, stay calm, and stay collected. Sometimes you just have to wait things out until your moment arrives. I'm letting my teammates know with the ping I'm ready to ult again. And by staying patient and holding the cover we did have, we were able to blast out of there and in fact get a better spot in the ring. Don't panic, guys. Hold your ground and stay one with you and your team. Now we fly to the back of the circle. That way we know nobody's behind us, and it's a lot better of a POI than where we were just at. We were getting eyes as we were starting to push in, as that is the most important thing you can do at this moment is play cover and get eyes. That way you have information on what's going to happen. There is lots of game to be played left still, guys. There's 5 squads left, and at this point you don't want to overcommit to a fight in the late game. Like I said, lots of game, 5 squads. If you go in and overcommit to a fight and you go down, you're going to get top 5 rather than that first place. And that's a matter of maybe about 2 or 3 minutes of being more patient. So as you can see, I'm playing this cover, making sure nobody's behind us. I'm not overcommitting to get in that fight and get in the house, as I know where I'm at right now is okay. Another thing is it adds a level of stealth as players don't hear your movement. They're not sure you're even there, and you're able to surprise attack them a little easier. Now at this point, I knew I had to get in there as that Valk was low, and I knew she was the last one. And that is the time you're going to want to commit, is when there's maybe one left, they're low, and you have to commit.
45 to go. Fortunately, radar shows the ring close. Whole squad crashed and burned.
Now with 4 squads left, again, I just wanted to get eyes. I don't want to commit to a fight or push in too deep. Crypto was flying his drone, so we kind of had eyes. I was following my teammates' pings, making sure I was sticking really close to them. You want to stay literally holding hands once you get into like top 8. If you are split from your teammate past top 8 more than being able to hold hands, you are maybe too far from your teammate. Now I saw that recon beacon come down. I wanted to get eyes and see what was happening. They did hit the res, so players would be dropping down. Now I knew those players would be low, so I wanted to keep my eyes to try to get the kills. We weren't able to pick any up quite yet, but we were alive. Crypto ends up going down, which might be crucial. This guy was completely clueless. As you can see, I'm playing the edge of the circle. I don't want to be in the middle of the circle with all eyes on me. I want to play my cover and lurk as long as I can, especially now that Crypto is down. I'm also staying healthy during this. And after killing that lifeline, we were top 2. They got the res on Crypto, my teammate Horizon. The lifeline was pushing me. I fried her, so I let my teammates know with the ping that she is the last teammate. This was an easy cleanup with my teammates being healthy, and I was really confident they could clean that up. Now, if you guys did enjoy the gold rank tips, let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more like this, let me know what rank you want to see, whether it's bronze, silver, platinum, diamond, so on and so forth. It's the Apex Messenger, and we are bringing you Apex Legends tips, and we're signing off. Bye, everybody.